And the defense definitely showing blitz here. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
On first down, Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, 70 yards, and the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. So the ball that time in the hands of who wound up being the NFL's rushing leader this season. Now, maybe a little help from Le'Veon Bell and also Todd Gurley sitting out their finales, but still a spectacular season for Hunt.
You going to throw cold water on the man just like that?
I said a spectacular season for Kareem Hunt.
Okay, let's accentuate the positive. A third-round rookie out of Toledo led the league in rushing as a rookie. That is cause for celebration, not just in Kansas City, but across the league when you see these guys get their opportunities. And not only did he run it well, he caught it well, and he sparked Kansas City to a 5-0 start to the season and eventually to the playoffs.
Yeah, bright future for him. Total yardage on the ground, 13, 27, and 11 total touchdowns for Hunt this year. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Slam route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger target.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Fournette, a first down carry. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On second down, here's Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. Bortles on the hook up to Hurns for the Jaguar first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Now he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. On fourth down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He had to go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999?
99.
Won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And the D looking like they may blitz. Throwing now is Bortles. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to drop him. And sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Following the sack, third and long for Bortles and the Jags. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. So the D-line's going to spread out. From his end zone, it's Bortles on third and long. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move?
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Telvin Smith. Coming in from his outside linebacker spot, he buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. In motion, Hill. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. He won't go down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
It'll go as a gain of 9, and that'll be good for a KC first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Tyreek Hill had the 2 fastest plays in the NFL last year. One on a kick return, one on a punt return, topping out at 23.24 miles per hour.
That's advanced analytics right there. Our guy Marvin, know what he said? He's really fast.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. On third down, it's Hunt, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Defense showing blitz. On second down, here's Fournette. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Airing it out for Hearns. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hearns, 72 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Back onto the field come the Kansas City Chiefs. As they look back to this last year, disappointment ultimately in how the season ended, Charles, no doubt. It was a weird year, though. The great start, the weird middle, and then the strong end.
And every team in the NFL documents their season with a year-end, video, movie about the season. This is going to be a tale of 3 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about the start? Remember opening night in Foxborough, beating the defending Super Bowl champs? I mean, they went on the road and took out the Patriots with Tom Brady, and that got them up to a 5-0 start. And then they hit the middle section.
Yeah, that 1-6 stretch.
I mean, that was a tough one. It was hard to believe because we watched it unfold, but we kept saying, they'll get it back together. And they did. Down the stretch, 4-0, winning by almost...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now let's go. Detroit! Detroit! No. Jack, Patriot!
Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Bortles. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Nifty move. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think the ball's out. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now Bortles. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
Yeah, a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 1 yard the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. again with Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Bortles. And that's complete to Lewis. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fournette on the counter. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to air one out. That he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they get 28 yards on that one. Good enough for a Kansas City first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They run again with Hunt. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Chiefs on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, it's Fournette. A spin. And now running right through it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And oh, at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And this defense has broken.
Once the ball was out, they were still eligible to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, there was some standing and some staring on the wrong side of the football there, wasn't there?
Yes, he has a name, he has a number, but for us, he's Johnny on the spot. And how about that rambling run all the way to the end zone with that alert play that he just made?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. To throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That had to disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Bortles going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. Past the 20. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A first down carry now for Yeldon. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Flush to his right. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
Throwing is Bortles. And this one's incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there, and he's got to calm himself enough to make an accurate snap.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker.